he falls in love with Safi because of who she is,
Hmm.
because she's intelligent, because she's witty, because she's strong and independent.
You're watching the Spotlight Network, starring Hollywood's newsman,
And if you were just
Logan
trying to get to
Crawford.
investigators, they now believe a single member.
He works with TV and film legends. And now, Logan's shining the spotlight on the world's top emerging authors and creators.
International were abducted.
This is Spotlight with Logan Crawford, streaming on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV.
I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on Spotlight, we're stepping into a magical kingdom with a wonderful book, a magical book. It is called A Princess on Her Own Terms. It is a modern fairy tale with classic charm and bold surprises. It is written by a terrific author. Her name is Kirsty Demuth, and she flips the script on beauty, power, and destiny, delivering a heroine whose wit and willpower are her greatest magic. Expect legendary creatures, epic moments, love and hope, and a fearless message of freedom and self-definition. We're delighted to have this very talented author join us here today on Spotlight. We thank the team for helping us put her in the spotlight today, and we ask viewers like you to support authors like her by subscribing to our channel and by purchasing her amazing book. The links are below this interview. Kirsty, thank you so much for joining me here today.
Thank you for having me. It's a great honor.
It's an honor to have you on the show. You've done great work here, so that's why you're here, because we want to discuss your wonderful work. So let's talk about the inspiration behind it. What inspired you to write a modern yet still classic fairy tale?
Well, I've always loved fairy tales. I'm a huge Disney fan, and I love even the Grimm books, which are a bit more gnarly. And I wanted to have a princess who was more real, and who looked like me, because there's never anyone in these stories that is plus size or they might be independent, they may go on a journey, they may be able to find themselves, but they never already found themselves, which I think that the main character already has. And I wanted to help young women and young girls in understanding that just because someone is plus size, it doesn't mean they're not beautiful.
Absolutely. I like to say that people are beautiful because of their imperfections. You know, if something is completely linear, if something is completely perfect, it's not necessarily that beautiful. It can be, but sometimes something that's a little different, a little unusual, a little unique is actually more beautiful. So I think encompassing different definitions of beauty, I think, is one of the powers of your book. Who is your target audience for this book?
Sort of teenage girls, really. However, adults have read it and they loved it as well, which has been fantastic. But again, we have such a culture of teenage girls having such anxiety about themselves, that I wanted to have this book to help them understand that yes, there may be this standard of beauty, but actually it's our characters that people should be attracted to, and it's who we are, not the shell that we were just given.
Exactly. It's not our vessel, it's what's inside. That's for sure. And this princess in your book has a superpower. Tell the folks at home a little bit about her superpower.
Well, she doesn't really know she's got it, but she's able to communicate with animals, and she doesn't really realize it. She's got it because it's always been there. She's always just been able to hear or almost sort of feel what animals are trying to communicate to her. And so, yeah, I wanted to get across this idea of not being cruel to other creatures in the character of Safi. And so her superpower is the fact that she can communicate with animals, but also actually it's her independence and her self-reliance and self-worth that is her actual superpower.
Yeah, and her wit as well. Without a doubt. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. The kingdom is quite unique and has its own unique magic. Tell us about the kingdom.
So Kingdom of Zionia is sort of based on the sort of Disney-like kingdoms. It's got sort of Cinderella and Snow White around it, but it's its own kingdom. And there's always seven princesses born. There's always seven beautiful princesses born, and Safi's the first one to sort of break out of that mold and stop being the picture perfect um, skinny princess that goes and marries her prince and happily ever after, but actually forges her own path.
Absolutely. Have you envisioned the story as a movie? I think it would be kind of like flipping Cinderella script a little bit and having, like you said, a real person in the role of the princess.
I'd love if it became a movie. I think it would be really worthwhile to for young girls and young women actually, and
Yeah,
even older women to see someone on the screen that looks like they do,
yeah.
and having a real person, not having someone that is so thin that you can see their skeleton underneath their skin. Um,
Well, look what's
you know,
happening here in the States. Look, I don't want to make fun of Ariana Grande, but she's so skinny. When I look at her, I'm like, somebody get her a milkshake fast. Because the
or a
poor
burger.
thing is starving to death to appease this culture of beauty, and she's taken it so far that it's no longer beautiful. And it's not just her. Ryan
No,
Seacrest, one of our top hosts here in the U.S., is also starving himself to death. Apparently, he's all drawn in the face, and so society has gone a little nuts, particularly in this age where everybody's into the
yeah,
camera, and they're
or
getting,
you and using all these sort of things to try and make themselves look different to the way they look.
yeah.
Um, and I think Ariana Grande is beautiful. She's a
I
beautiful
agree.
young,
And she was much more
but
beautiful before she lost all that weight.
absolutely. When I
Yeah.
saw her in Wicked, there was a shot where they sort of came above her, and I thought, oh my God, I can see her sternum.
Yeah.
And
I know.
that just, I forgot what she was singing about because I was just thinking, oh my God, this
Yeah.
poor girl who is starving herself to death.
Yeah.
And is that the message we want to be giving our kids? Kids, starve yourselves to death. No, it's not
Exactly.
them.
No,
And
eating right and eating healthfully is one thing, but eating to the point where you're emaciating yourself, that's an illness, and that needs to be recognized too. And like I said, we're not making fun of her. We wish her well. I think she's beautiful. You think she's beautiful and extremely talented. And it's a shame that her brain has been twisted to think this will make her more attractive.
yes, the
Yeah.
the culture or society or media, or whoever it is to blame, has made her and others, men and women,
Yeah.
make them feel like they're not worthy unless they are emaciated.
Yeah.
And I think that's just bonkers.
Agreed.
And being a history teacher of teenagers,
Mm.
I see it all the time. A beautifully proportioned young girl comes to me and they say, so and so called me fat, and they're devastated. And I'm
Yeah.
like, you're not fat.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm fat. I hold my hands up for that. I am happy with the way I am.
Right.
But I often have to say to these girls, look, you're not. And don't start going down that road because it's not going to end happily. The
Exactly.
way to
Exactly.
have a happy life is accepting who you are, and having people love you for who you are inside rather than this shell that genetics gave us.
Exactly. Exactly. Let's give the folks at home a brief overview of your story. Tell them a little bit of what it's about.
So it's about a princess. Her name's Sapphire, but everyone refers to her as Safi in the
Yeah.
book.
Yeah.
And she is the um, odd one out in her family. Her mother despairs at the fact that when she was a young girl, she went, I'm never getting married and I don't care if I'm skinny. I want to enjoy my life. Her father actually loves that about her.
Mhm.
And she reads a lot, she learns a lot from these books, and she has lots of very strong opinions.
Mhm.
And in the story, a dragon is found in the area, and of course, all the princes and the knights go, let's go kill the dragon. And she goes, no, 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 no. Why are we killing this thing? It's not hurting anybody. And
Mm.
so she goes on her own quest where she goes and finds the dragon, finds out that she has to get the help of a witch to fix the problem. So she goes on another quest where she meets bandits.
Mm.
She learns what life is like for women who don't have the privilege that she has. She is also joined by her friend Prince Edward from a different kingdom,
Mhm.
who also learns a lot about women and the injustices of being a girl compared to being a boy.
Mm.
And in the end, spoiler alert, everybody, um, they are able to save Ember the dragon and her eggs, which is the reason
Wow.
she can't just fly off because she's protecting her babies.
Yeah, amazing. It's a beautiful story. I really would love to see Hollywood turn this into a film. Hollywood, if you're listening, here's a story that's ready to go. And I think it would teach young people a lot of great lessons about self-acceptance and self-love and self-worth. And I think that's important. What is the chief takeaway? What do you hope sticks with readers after they're done?
I hope what sticks with readers is one, beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Mhm.
Prince Edward has all these size zero princesses throwing themselves at him, but actually he falls in love with Safi because of who she is,
Mhm.
because she's intelligent, because she's witty, because she's strong and independent, not because of what she looks like.
Yeah.
So I'd like readers to take that away, but also um, that girls can be opinionated. Girls
Yeah.
can be witty and independent. And in this age that we are seeing at the moment of rising misogyny, of standing up for yourself and saying, no, I'm as intelligent as you, shut up.
Exactly, exactly. And like you said, people should fall in love with three-dimensional characters, not one-dimensional characters. It's not all about looks. Looks will wear thin. Character really does matter. And I think that message is driven home in your book in such a beautiful way. Are you thinking about a sequel?
I've started it. I've only got
Wonderful.
about 3 pages yet.
Okay.
Most of it's up here.
Yeah.
It's just finding where I teach full time. I teach history at what you would call a high school.
Yeah.
Um, it's finding the time to actually do it, but it's in the works.
Okay, wonderful. Well, we're looking forward to that. In the meantime, folks, you got to order this book. It is wonderful. The name of the book is A Princess on Her Own Terms. It is a magical, empowering fairy tale that celebrates freedom, diversity, love, and fearless self-belief. Kirsty, thank you so much for joining me here today.
Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure.
I appreciate your time, your candor, and the wonderful work you've done on this book, and it's been a pleasure speaking with you as well. To the folks at home,
Thank
I'm
you.
Logan Crawford, thanking you for your time this time. Until next time.